Previously on Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Hello everybody, Ghost of Baron here and welcome to another episode. We are just starting episode 2 of Alan Wake Remastered. And this is a 100% playthrough. At least that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, you just saw what happened in the last episode. So I will not cover that, and let's get right to it.
Hey, handsome.
Hey.
This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
If I remember correctly, there is more stuff than there was in the original. Anyway, okay, some photos. Let's pick up the thermos. Yeah. Some books. This is the room where she works on the photos, I suppose. It's the black room, maybe. And what's over here? Oh, they have a lot of photos of the city. So they like that. I prefer nature. And look at that. More manuscripts. Let's read them then. We got 2.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
Okay, so this is a page from Sudden Stop. And this was the voice of Alan Casey.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Okay, so that's a Max Payne reference. Also, here we have another QR code that leads to another video on YouTube that you can check out. And here we have the Alan Casey set. So we have 5 books: Return to Sender, What I Can't Forget, Alex Casey, The Things That I Want, and The Fall of Casey. And I suppose that this one, Sudden Stop, is the last one, the 6th one. Okay, so that's it. And what is over here? Okay, so we have a bedroom, some books, and a radio. Wonder what's on.
The continuing freezing rain and heavy snowfall have necessitated a winter storm warning in the entire tri-state area. People are advised to stay indoors as many roadways are already closed, and city officials are not expecting snow crews to keep up with the weather. We're now on the 3rd day of the blizzard, and the weather is not expected to clear up anytime soon.
Okay, so we have some weather problems. Anyway, here is another book. I suppose this would be the Alice's side, because this is a book from Emil Hartman, or is it not? I don't know. Doesn't matter. And over here we have a bathroom. Yeah, it's interesting to have a top like this. And some shower, and it looks nice. It looks nice. Would prefer the tiles to go all the way up, but it doesn't matter. Okay, let's move on. Can I? Oh, I can't run. Over here, this is locked, right? Yeah, we still have the same jacket, even after 3 years. Yeah, that's the coffee. Can turn it on.
Coffee's on.
Great.
Right.
Thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Can we get outside? Suppose not. Nope, we can't. New TV set, CCTV. It's interesting. I have to say I like this bookcase. It's a library, that seems nice. It's really big. I'm not sure how they get up. They must have some sort of ladder for that. No.
Oh,
Okay.
hey. I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
Okay.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
Good job. Good job. Okay, those are these.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body.
Alright.
The last time was the last time.
Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called.
I'm here.
Alan?
Don't freak out.
Alan?
I'm
please
here.
check the fuse box.
On it.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry!
Oh, flashlight.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Hi.
You
Okay.
okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
That's a weird power outage. Only one building.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
Not good,
I'm
I
okay.
suppose.
My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
All right,
Mr.
so
Wake, we're done here. If the
some
pain gets any
stutters.
worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Okay, so he's a fisherman also.
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this,
Some
Doc.
fish.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake?
Not really, no.
Doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
Okay, Doc, bye. And thank you. What's happening here? Hello? Oh, this is that lady.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
What an odd old lady.
Mr. Wake?
Yes?
The sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
Okay, but
That was Cynthia Weaver.
Yeah?
I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see,
city.
she's a little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town, refuses to step on shadows, things like that. Back in her day, she wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
Sounds like an OCD to me. Right now. It's probably not in the game. Okay, let's first check out this area.
Wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
Yep. But first, this.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the brake float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Alright. So they didn't find anything really. Another thermos and another manuscript page that we are going to read right now.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
Yep, a bit of a foreshadowing then. Okay, let's go and visit the sheriff.
Sheriff Breaker is waiting for you down the corridor in her office.
I know. Oh, it's a cat, right? It's a missing cat. Anyway, this is where we just were, and there are more missing posters, and this is a sign. If we read both of those, so I disappeared on 20th on June. Identifying features knack for winning contests. Yeah, that's really how you identify people. And we also need to read this one. So 3 people on a camping trip overdue haven't been in contact. If you know about them, please call 555-9932. Thank you. Right. So this is, if you read both of those, you get another sign. And this is the sheriff's office.
Come in,
Hello.
Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The
Thank
battery
you.
was dead. It's charged now.
Okay, thank you.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up.
Good save then.
Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
Yeah, midnight, that's the best time.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
Yes, please.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
I thought he quit drinking
It
for
wasn't
good.
probably
Oh, no such luck. He went on a
Doc's
bender
voice.
and beat Danny pretty badly. He started shouting like that the moment he woke up.
Okay, so there's somebody in those holding cells. Hello?
They won't listen to me.
Yeah?
I need it to be bright in here.
Okay, I agree actually. Switch on the light.
Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know I shouldn't even be in here.
I'm not sure about that though.
All wrong. See, sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward.
Yeah, that's
okay, listen.
not really
You gotta listen carefully.
an excuse for that,
Here's
right?
the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I'll tell you who it really was. It was a goddamn space alien!
Sure.
I know it sounds like something a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
It doesn't really matter if you were drunk to me. Because if you were drunk and then beat up something, then you shouldn't have been drunk. And if you weren't, then you probably shouldn't have beaten him up. Hey, look, another manuscript page. So let's read it. The dark presence in the diner.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Okay, so darkness is really afraid of the light. And that makes kind of... It actually gives sense to what the lamplady is doing, right?
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Okay, there is a radio and a thermos. And we are going to pick that up.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deer Fest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
Okay, let's move on. That was from Pat Main, the local radio host. Okay, this is
the caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
Yeah, but okay. So first, manuscript page. Wake at lower speed. Oh, this is a future.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Okay, so it seems that we will not find our wife at Lower Peak, at least at first, and we also be fighting alongside the kidnapper.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Right.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Okay, if I see correctly, the clock on the tower shows that it is 3 p.m. It kind of doesn't look like it based on the position of the sun, but maybe I'm not used to the local. Yeah. How do you say it? I'm living in a different part of the world. Maybe sun is that low. Oh.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
So I'm writing a story to save Alice, it seems, and I'm sort of living it as well. Anyway, I was saying that maybe sun is in Washington State, maybe sun is that low at 3 p.m. Also might depend on the time in the year.
The Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
Not really.
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds
perfect.
Thank you.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh!
Hey!
Oh, my!
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
The dog. Well, that was really rude of Mr. Wake.
What an airhead.
Good that she is not
Mr.
really
takes a swing
fast
at
to pick
everybody.
up on things.
This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
Okay, so visitor center at Elderwood National Park. There's a big mammoth here and another sign. The skeleton of a Colombian mammoth. This specimen, estimated to be 14,000 years old, was recovered from the La Brie tar pits in 1981. It was donated to the Elderwood National Park in 1998, when the Colombian mammoth became Washington's state fossil. Named Bucktooth Charlie, it has since become the park's official mascot. Alright. Good. Okay, here we have more mammoth, bison. Okay, an elk, or if or whatever. Okay.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car?
Oh,
just
that's a
listen
bit
to
better.
yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared?
Mhm.
When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do you
and everything's
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Sure, Barry. Good choice of clothes, by the way. The winter jacket and the summer shirt. Anyway, there's another coffee thermos. We are going to pick it up. There should be nothing here, and we are gonna go and see Rusty. Hello.
Easy there, boy. I'm
That's-
almost done.
That's Max.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, your hands are
What
full.
happened?
Petting the dog.
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky.
Yeah, that's good.
Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
Sure, I was on my way.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper.
Why not?
Situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing. Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Man, I wish. I can't quit now. Okay, I have the form.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying
Oh,
here.
he had them on
Can
him.
you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Okay, thank you.
If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that.
Okay, so
oh, and
it's
hey,
over
if you
there.
take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I
Yeah.
guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know, I just don't want any trouble.
Right, thanks.
Yeah, I read about those guys. It's unfortunate.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who
Come
went
on.
poof into thin air.
Yes.
A guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him.
Yes.
You
Can we
hear
go?
that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills.
Are you finished?
Al, you
Obviously
make
not.
cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit.
Oh,
Period.
Guess
homeopathy
the laugh's
does
on me then.
no,
Al, come
no
on.
effective
I mean,
ingredient.
Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heart.
Yeah, sorry. I cut it a bit short.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Achoo!
Okay.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again. Achoo!
The whiz
Bless
inside.
you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores,
Sure.
poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
This is closed. Conspiracy of Fate again. Oh, some other stuff. There should be a coffee thermos. It's over here. This is locked, I suppose, this door, right? Yep. What's this? Oh, this is a map. Okay, so there is a grill exterior. Anyway, behind this cabin there is another coffee thermos. Yep, by this hot tub. So that's it, and that should be everything over here, and we can go back to the visitor center.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Locking the door now.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna leave it here, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.